So let's move on. Otherwise, I'm going to ask you a lot of questions about innovation process. So for sure, they are all very interested to know about some products here. And I want to just move on in your presentation. You start saying about gummy. And I've tasted that. And it's nice to know there are so many vitamins and yes. So can you tell us a little bit about this product? What the who should, for example, I'm FBO.
I do know you're an FBO.
Okay,
Yes,
I have my pin, but it's very simple. I am. And sometimes I'm just 3 months now. People ask, what should I recommend? What does this product do? So gummy, for what should I tell someone to take gummy?
So our gummies are really special. It's called the immune gummy. So the vitamin and mineral that were selected are designed to support a healthy immune system. That's its primary function. But it could also be a very, very general daily supplement, a daily multivitamin, because it contains the right percentages of the right forms of vitamin and then zinc, which is a mineral, in order to help sustain the body with those core nutritional requirements. So it tastes good. It's fairly low in sugar. It's got a natural flavor, natural color. It uses tapioca, which I know is very popular here in Brazil. I learned that. It's got tapioca instead of pectin or gelatin, which means it's not going to melt or stick together. And then it's got a really good stable shelf life. So it's really a great product. You take 2 every single day. It is not a candy. That is something because it tastes so good.
Yes.
Oh, you're going to want to eat more, but you must realize it is a dietary supplement and you only need 2 every single day, but you want to take it every day, not just when you're feeling a little less like yourself. You want to take it every day to support those daily core vitamin requirements.
So I imagine most of our products we should take every day, yes?
In order to get the results, yes, because your body changes every day. There's not something that's going to stay in your body. Like if you just take it to working out at the gym, you can go to the gym twice a week and you're going to get some benefits. But if you go to the gym or if you work the body every single day, your body's going to respond with fitness and health and wellness and vitality. Same thing goes with supplements. You have to take them every day to get a benefit. So all of our supplements are going to work in their most pure and their best way when you take them daily.
And a question about gummy, can I give to kids?
So Paula, as a representative of the company, I can't recommend that because when I create products, we don't test on children. So we do know the nutritional requirements for a child, but you would be surprised how those vary by country. So for me, when we created this product specifically, we created it for adults 18 years and older. What I would say to that is take the vitamin or the supplement to the child's doctor or let the parent advise. So the parent knows the child, the parent knows what the child needs, how they eat, what their lifestyle is, and even more, the physician knows the needs of that child. So I have no shame. In fact, I encourage every FBO to take any dietary supplement that Forever owns or produces to their doctor because I'm not afraid for them to look at the ingredients. I mean, these are wonderful products and most doctors are familiar with vitamins and minerals. So have them take it to either the adult in the family, the parent, or the doctor.
Yeah, that's nice. I did this. When I was here for my first month, I went to the nutritionist and I took I took the book from the product, yes, and say, what do you recommend me to take? It was nice. It was nice. Yes, I needed someone to look at the formulas and say, okay, you need this and that based on your exams and so on. Yes. So nice about gummy. Move.
Yes.
You explained, it was so amazing explanation about the ingredients from Move. Can you because a lot of FBO couldn't be there. And even though we recorded, I think the audio was not so nice. So that's why this podcast is going to be very special.
Wonderful. Let's talk about Move. Move is not just for people who are aging and who have areas that are less comfortable in their body. Move is a daily lifestyle product. If you are active at all, if you exercise at all, if you move your body, if you are anybody who is actually moving their body on a regular basis every day, needs this product. It has 2 natural ingredients. One is called NEM. This is a patented ingredient from the eggshell membrane. So that tiny thin piece of membrane between the shell and the yolk or the egg white. And it is high in protein. And it's an ingredient that has been clinically studied to be 5 times more effective than glucosamine and chondroitin. So when you talk about the body's ability to move in a comfortable way, we often refer to glucosamine and chondroitin, but a lot of people think that that's an older person, somebody who's maturing in age. They think that, oh, that's just for them. But what we don't understand is that all joints need support with movement, and all cartilage needs support because as you age, cartilage becomes weaker. So natural eggshell membrane is an ingredient that has fundamental proteins. It has glycosaminoglycans, big word, GAGs is what we call it. But that is a portion of your body. It's naturally produced that begins to delay or slow down as we age. And that's when you start to feel like, oh, things start to not be as flexible as they used to be. And so NEM is a great ingredient. And then we have turmeric, which this is not just turmeric. We have an isolated curcuminoid. So that's a constituent or a component of turmeric that is known to help with those motion, that motion ability. So cartilage and joints and the way your body is moving more freely. It also helps with muscle recovery. So when you have those extreme workouts, this is an amazing product to take post-workout, simply to help your body adjust back to where it's feeling more comfortable. And the turmeric is a natural source. So 2 natural ingredients. It is 7 times more effective than glucosamine, or 5 times more effective than glucosamine. And it works in as little as 7 to 10 days. Glucosamine and chondroitin take up to 90 days. You may start to feel something in 30 days. They take up to 90 days to work. Wow. But these 2 ingredients, or this product, is known to work in as little as 7 days, which is remarkable. 5 times more effective, works in a shorter period of time with 2 natural ingredients. How can you go wrong?
No, that's why I always start taking it. Well, first, because I move my body every day.
Good.
I used to have some back pains and things like this, and getting old. Sometimes I hear my knees when I'm doing exercise. Yes, like crack, 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 crack.
Yep, we all, yes.
And usually we go to this kind of supplements when we have a problem.
Right.
So what you're saying is that if you move, just
take it. Yeah. And let's talk about that. So in talking about pain, or in talking about, certain functions of the body, pain is a medical term. And so this helps us feel more comfortable. Let's not talk about pain, because I understand what you're saying, and you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Okay. But when we're recommending it to other people, if they express my knees or my back hurts, that takes it into a pain cycle. What we're saying is it's going to make you feel comfortable. That's the language we want to use. We're like, so if you have pain, let's reverse that language and say, this is going to help you feel comfortable. It's going to help your body bounce back after you've worked out. So you have terminology that you can use that's the same thing without going into those direct medical claims.
Great. Yeah, because if you have pain, go to the doctor.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, pain is the body's way of saying something's broken or wrong. In the world of the medical, in the medical world. So when you get into pain, or you get into certain conditions like osteoporosis, or all of these conditions that would require consulting a doctor, that's when Forever stops and says, nope, we do not talk about that. But you can talk about not feeling your best, or you can talk about areas that are not comfortable, right? Ooh, I'm not comfortable here. Oh, you're not comfortable? You want to feel more comfortable? Here's a great product that can help that.
Okay, that's nice, because I think one of the biggest challenge, I've heard this from leaders here in Brazil, that sometimes they do not even have the courage to speak on social media about products, because they do not know what can they say, the line,
right?
Because sometimes just one word can make you say things that you cannot say.
Agreed.
Like what
it's
they
hard.
want. So because they do not know everything they can say, or at least are not practicing, they prefer not to say. But I want them to be, like,
You want
how
them
do
to
you say when you I don't
push,
know,
like
push?
stretch the boundaries.
Yes,
You want
push,
them to push
because
themselves.
we take our products, so we
Yes, we
can talk
do.
about them, but on the
Absolutely.
right way.
Right.
So I think this podcast needs to be heard by them like many times. I usually say, take your pen and your book
Write
and
'em
notebook,
down.
write down. I'm doing this here,
Replay that
comfortable.
sentence. Yeah, replay that over and over and make it become a natural conversation for you, right? Because we all have our personal experience, and that's what's so beautiful about social media. And forever, you don't need to be a doctor. You don't need to be a scientist. You don't need a dietitian. You don't need to be any of that. You don't need to be an esthetician. You don't need to know the skin, the hair, the nails, the body. No, let us know. Let us take care of that in the formula. You take it and then you share your story, but just avoid saying it cured this, or it reversed this, or it alleviated this pain, or you just want to avoid that, right? So talk about more what it like in terms of what everybody experiences, because not everybody experiences pain, but everybody experiences discomfort from a hard workout, or from jogging, or from hiking, or just moving more, right? You have somebody who's been very, very sedentary or has not been active their whole life, and all of a sudden they want to start moving. They're going to experience parts of their body. They're like, whoa, that's different, and they're going to need it. So it's not just for pain, it's for anybody who wants to move in a more comfortable way.
No, that's nice. I use this word now. So is also comfortable. It's much better. Then I want to move on to the benefits of our liquid soap.
Okay.
I thought it was just amazing. I'm using this daily.
Yes.
So you said there are many benefits. So can you share with them the benefits?
Absolutely. So aloe liquid soap is what we call a head to toe product. So it's not just for, in the past, we used to just wash our hands with it and maybe use it as a body wash. You can wash your face with it. You can wash your hair with it. So a lot of gentlemen that are really fast, us girls, we like the shampoo, the conditioner, the hair masks. We like all of that. But the men who want just really quick, aloe liquid soap is brilliant. So it should be in every room. It should be in your kitchen. It should be in your bathroom. It should be in your shower. It's a head to toe product that has what we call natural cleansers that are derived from coconut and jojoba and aloe, which aloe, interestingly enough, is a natural cleanser. It has a natural foaming action. If you look at it under a microscope or in the lab, it actually has a bubbling foaming action. So think about that when it goes into your tummy and your digestive system, how it gets things moving, right? Kind of like this, you think of that nice slippery type, that type of action. But aloe in the aloe liquid soap creates this natural cleanser. So it's really a head to toe product, and it's really good for the environment because the cleansers are biodegradable. So a lot of cleansers are not natural and they go down the drain and they can actually cause harm once they get into waterways. These are very natural cleansers that are really gentle on the body, the face, the hair, everything you want to do. And then when they go down the drain.
Okay. So I will start to put this everywhere now, not only for hands. That's nice.
Not just for hands. No,
Yes.
it's so much more.
And then move on, fiber. And our fiber is amazing.
It is. Well, fiber is something that is just now being talked about in social media in a very powerful and positive way. What we're learning about the gut microbiome, the media is telling the story that Forever has been telling for 50 years just now. So Forever's been ahead of the game for 50 years almost, right? But fiber is now one of the most important components, not only to help you feel full and to help the food be processed better, but to keep your digestive system, or what's referred to as the microbiome, more clean and allow things to process in an easier way. Fiber also feeds the healthy, what we call gut bugs, right? Bugs are alive. Bugs are typically looked at as negative, but you have a live microorganism in your body that needs to eat in order to produce other live microorganisms. You have positive and negative. What you want to do is you want to feed the positive, you want to feed the good bacteria so that it grows and helps your body just in a more natural way. And that's what fiber does. Fiber is the food for those gut bugs. And when you have a healthy microbiome, everything in your body performs in a better way. So fiber is really something great for weight management because it helps you feel fuller longer. So increase your fiber intake and you will feel fuller because it actually grabs water, holds water, passes water through your entire system. But it's also just amazing for overall general health and well-being. I mean, you're going to hear it. I promise you. Now that I've said it, you're going to start seeing it pop up in your social media, the importance of fiber.
And what's the best way to take it? Like I put in the water during the morning, before breakfast.
Let's talk about that question. When's the best time to take our supplements?
Yes.
That's a question I get all the time. And here's how I'm going to respond. It's not so important when you take our supplements, it's important that you take our supplements. So if you miss a supplement in the morning and you're like, oh, I forgot to take my immune gummy, don't worry. Take it when you remember, because your body is still going to use certain benefits. But you're going to want to take it anytime. You can drink it with your aloe gel. You can drink it with water. You can even sprinkle it on food or in yogurt, or you can put it anywhere, which makes it so easy to consume. It's in a stick pack sachet. You simply tear it open and you put it anywhere you want.
Nice.
You're not going to taste it on food. Sprinkle it on a salad. Sprinkle it in oatmeal, whatever you want. But just make sure you take it. So it doesn't matter when, but that you take it.
Okay. Can I put on the coffee in the morning?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
that's nice.
It might thicken your coffee a little bit, so it might change the texture of your coffee. So, but try it. Maybe an iced coffee. I know they don't do iced coffees here in Brazil as much as they do in the United States, but your smoothie, add it to your RG. Oh my goodness, that's a great combination. Fiber, RG, aloe. Bam. That's the perfect that's the perfect thing right there for your system.
And something nice about fiber is that, and you told that you travel a lot, so bringing fiber because usually women know. We have problems when we travel.
We do. Yes. We have women's hormones naturally prevent them from going to the bathroom as frequently as men. We generally will have a lot of fiber-rich diets, but we also have a problem what's called we get clogged up or backed up. And that's why fiber for women is so nice. But we need a minimum of 24 grams of fiber. Right now, they're recommending 30 grams of fiber. And I say the minimum would be 24. The Forever Fiber has about 5 grams of fiber. So you're not getting a daily dose of your fiber. Get your fiber from healthy fruits, vegetables, grains. That's where you get the bulk of your fiber. And then use the fiber as a supplement. So 2 sachets, sometimes women who aren't feeling very good, they can go up to 3 sachets a day. But just make sure you take it daily.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice. Thank you. And